Welcome back to the channel. Today we're working on this Audi A6, and as you can see, it's all been carefully sanded down and prepped for paint. This is the stage that makes or breaks the final finish, because every detail you see here is going to show through once that clear coat goes on. In this video, we're focusing on spraying clear coat the right way, how to set up your gun, how to lay it down smooth, and how to avoid common issues like orange peel, runs, or dry spots. Whether you're working in a professional booth or a home garage, these tips will help you get that deep, glossy finish that makes a paint job pop. So stick around, because by the end of this Audi is going to be completely transformed with a glass-like shine. Let's get started. All right, guys, so here's the plan for today on this Audi A6. We'll be starting right up front with this fender. This one is getting paint. These two doors here, we're not touching them today. They'll stay exactly as they are. Now, moving down the side, we'll pick things up right here and paint this section at the back. We're also going to paint this pillar halfway, blending it in cleanly, and from there we're going to cover the entire rear of the car. We'll take the paint all the way around and stop right here at the bumper line. On this side, same story. This fender and front doors stay as they are, but this back section is getting the full treatment. So today's focus is precision, only spraying what needs it, masking everything off tight, and laying down a deep, glassy clear coat. Stick around because this Audi is about to come back to life. And before we get started, big shout out to Moistdoc. This is the product we're using to keep the panels perfectly prepped and clean before spraying. If you want pro-level results, you've got to start with a perfect surface, and Moistdoc makes that easy. Highly recommend checking it out if you're serious about your paintwork. Here's a closer look at the base coat we just applied on this Audi A6. The base coat is what gives the car its true color depth, so getting it smooth and even is crucial before we even think about clear coat. Notice how the color is uniform across the panels. That's from careful spraying and proper gun technique. Overlapping each pass just slightly ensures there are no thin spots or streaks. The base coat also needs the right flash time between coats, so it cures properly without trapping solvents or causing runs later. Even though it's not glossy yet, this layer is the foundation for everything that comes next. Think of it like laying the canvas before painting a masterpiece. And yes, it may look flat now, but once we apply clear coat, this color is going to pop beautifully. Patience is key. All right, now that the base coat is on, we're ready to talk about spraying clear coat. This is the stage where the car really starts to shine, but if you're not careful, mistakes here can ruin hours of prep work. When spraying clear, always keep your gun moving evenly and maintain the proper distance, about 6 to 8 inches from the surface. Too close and you'll get runs. Too far and it'll look dry and rough. Think of it like applying sunscreen. Too much in one spot and it drips. Too little and you get streaks. Notice how I'm overlapping each pass just slightly. This ensures a smooth, even coat that brings out the depth of the base color. Patience here is key. Rushing is the fastest way to orange peel. And yes, I know we all wish clear coat sprayed itself. If only, right? Also, always watch the edges and pillars carefully. They love to sneak in extra thickness that can sag if you're not paying attention. Small, steady passes are the secret to a pro-level finish. Stick with me, and by the end, this Audi is going to have a glass-like shine you can almost see your reflection in. All right, so right now we're letting that first coat of clear flash off, and this step is way more important than it looks. Flash time lets the solvents in the clear coat evaporate so the next coat lays down smooth and glossy without trapping anything underneath. Rush this step, and you're basically sealing in problems. Runs, solvent pop, or that dreaded cloudy look. While we're waiting, this is a good time to double-check edges and tight spots to make sure everything is covered. Think of it like letting cake batter settle before putting it in the oven. Nobody likes lumpy results. Patience is the name of the game here. By giving this coat time to settle, the next layer will bond perfectly, giving us that deep glass-like shine we're after. So grab a coffee, breathe, and let the chemistry do its thing. All right, now we're laying down the second pass of clear coat, and this is where everything starts to come to life. The first coat gave us coverage, but this one is all about depth and gloss. Notice how I'm keeping that gun steady, about 6 to 8 inches off the surface, and moving in smooth, even passes. Each pass overlaps the last by around 50%, which makes sure there are no dry spots or tiger stripes. Nobody wants their paint job looking like a zebra, right? The trick here is to go slow and controlled without lingering too long. Too much product in one spot, and you'll get sags or runs. Too little, and you'll end up sanding like crazy later. Think of it like spraying glass. You want it wet, but not dripping. I'm also watching those edges and body lines closely. They're easy to overload, so I feather my trigger just a bit at the start and end of each pass to keep everything smooth. This second coat is also where you'll see that color really pop. This is why patience during prep pays off. All that sanding, masking, and careful base work is now showing through in this mirror-like finish. If you're spraying at home, remember, airflow and lighting are your best friends. A well-lit booth or garage will help you see that wet edge, and airflow will keep overspray moving away so it doesn't settle back down on your panels. And yes, the smell of clear coat is strong. Don't get dizzy trying to admire your work mid-pass. After this coat flashes off, we'll be ready for our final layer to lock everything in. By then, this Audi is going to look like it just rolled off the showroom floor. Smooth, glossy, and ready to turn heads. All right, so now we're letting that second coat of clear flash off, and this is a step you definitely don't want to rush. Flash time gives the solvents in the clear a chance to evaporate, so the next layer bonds perfectly and lays down smooth. Skip this and you're asking for trouble. Solvent pop, cloudiness, or even those dreaded runs. While the paint settles, airflow is key. That's why we've got the fan running, keeping overspray moving out of the way and helping the clear level out nicely. Good ventilation doesn't just keep you safe, it also keeps dust and debris from landing in that fresh coat. This is a good moment to step back, check your work under the lights, and let chemistry do its job. Painting isn't just spraying, it's knowing when to pause, breathe, and let the paint flow out on its own. So we'll give this coat time to settle, then come back for that final pass to lock in a deep, glassy shine. All right, here we go. The third and final pass of clear coat. This is where we lock everything in and bring that deep, wet gloss finish to life. At this point, it's all about finesse. I'm keeping the gun the same distance, around 6 to 8 inches, but slowing my pace just a touch to really let this coat flow out smoothly. Think of this pass like the icing on a cake. You've already done the heavy lifting, now it's all about making it look perfect. Lay it on wet but not too heavy, because nobody likes a paint job with gravity tears running down the side. This is also the best time to watch for that glassy reflection. Good lighting is key here. If you can see your reflection in the panel, you're nailing it. Patience, steady hands, and keeping that overlap tight. Those are your best friends on this final layer. Once this flashes off, we're done spraying. The color is sealed, the gloss is locked in, and this Audi is ready to look like a showroom piece. Hard work.